Hello friends, I welcome you to the YouTube channel of Anand Super 100. You should remember that success is paid in the currency of hard work and perseverance. During this crucial time, we have just 40 days planning for our PSC exam. In this series, we have brought to you the chain of MCQs to boost your preparations and knowledge. So let me check how much is your readiness. Let's start. Question number 1 is, under the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955, if a person has already been punished for any offence under the Act, for the second offence he will be punished. Option A, with imprisonment for a term of not less than 6 months and not more than 1 year. Option B, fine of not less than 200 rupees and not more than 500 rupees. Option C, bound by the same punishment which was awarded for the first time on conviction of crime. Option D, with both option A and option B. The correct answer is option D, both option A and B. Under the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955, if a person has already been punished for any offence under the Act, for the second offence he will be punished with imprisonment for a term of not less than 6 months and not more than 1 year, plus fine of not less than 200 rupees and not more than 500 rupees. Let's come to the next question. The incorrectly matched pair among the following is: one side there are diseases and another side there are affected organs. Option A, dysentery, intestine. Option B, tetanus, bone marrow. Option C, leprosy, nervous system, and option D, herpes, skin. The correct answer is option B, tetanus. Bone marrow is incorrectly matched. Actually, tetanus is a serious bacterial infection that affects the nervous system, causes muscles throughout the body to tighten. It's also called locked jaw because the infection often causes muscle contractions in the jaw and neck. However, it can eventually spread to other parts of the body. The next question is, during the Quit India movement, parallel governments were established in some parts of the country. In this context, which of the following pair is correctly matched? Option A, by Titu Pandey in Balia, UP. Option B, by Satish Samant in Tamluk, Bengal. Option C, by Y.B. Chauhan in Satara, Maharashtra. Option D, all of the above are true. The correct answer is option D, all of the above are true. Parallel governments were formed in many parts of the country during Quit India movement. Titu Pandey formed a government in Balia, while Y.B. Chauhan and Nana Patil in Satara. Quit India movement was unique in the sense that it saw women participation where they not only participated as equals but also led the movement. There was Matangini Hazra who led a procession of 6,000 people, mostly women, to ransack a local police station. She lost her life to police bullets and died with the tricolour in her hands. Then there was Sucheta Kriplani, who later went on to become first women Chief Minister of India. Odisha had Nandini Devi and Sashibala Devi, while Assam saw participation of young girls like Kanaklata Barua and Kahuli Devi, who died of police atrocities. Contribution of Usha Mehta was unique as she started a secret Congress radio in Mumbai. Coming to the next question. Between continental shelf and the deep sea plain is situated. Option A, continental slope. Option B, ocean trough. Option C, continental coast. And option D, none of these. The correct answer is option A, continental slope. The world's combined continental slope has a total length of approximately 3 lakh kilometers and descends at an average angle in excess of 4 degrees from the shelf break at the edge of the continental shelf to the beginning of the ocean begins at depths of 100 to 3200 meters. The gradient of slope is lowest of stable coast without major rivers and highest of coasts with young mountain ranges and narrow continental shelves. Most Pacific slopes are steeper than Atlantic slopes. Gradients are flattest in the Indian Ocean. About 1/2 of all continental slopes descend into deep sea trenches or shallower depressions, and most of the remainder terminate in fans of marine sediment or in continental rises. The transition from continental crust to oceanic crust usually occurs below the continental slope. About 8.5% of the ocean floor is covered by the continental slope rise system. This system is an expression of the edge of the continental crustal block. Beyond the shelf slope break, the continental crust thins quickly, and the rise lies partly on the continental crust and partly on the oceanic crust of the deep sea. Although the continental slope averages about 4 degrees, it can approach vertical on carbonate margins, on faulted margins, or on leading edge, tectonically active margins. Steep slopes usually have either a very poorly developed continental rise or none at all and are called escarpments. Let's move towards the next question. Under which article of the Constitution of India Supreme Court has the power to review its own decision and order? Option A, Article 135, Option B, Article 136, Option C, Article 137, and Option D, Article 138. The correct answer is Option C, Article 137. Article 137 of the Constitution of India 1950 provides that, subject to provisions of any law and rules made under Article 145, the Supreme Court has the power to review any judgment pronounced or order made by it. Review petition is a discretionary right of court. The grounds for review are limited. The next question is, how much energy production is done from Omkareshwar hydroelectric plant? Option A, 450 megawatt, Option B, 520 megawatt, Option C, 670 megawatt, and Option D, 1000 megawatt. The correct answer is Option B, 520 megawatt energy. The Omkareshwar Dam is a gravity dam on the Narmada River just upstream of Mandhata in Khandwa district, Madhya Pradesh, India. It is named after the Omkareshwar temple located just downstream. The dam was constructed between 2003 and 2007 with the purpose of providing water for irrigation of 132,500 hectare. 520 megawatt energy is produced from Omkareshwar hydroelectric plant. Moving towards the next question, under the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955, public worship place has been defined in which section? Option A, Section 2A, Option B, Section 2B, Option C, Section 2C, and Option D, Section 2D. The correct answer is Section 2D. This section reads as Section 2D. Place of public worship means a place by whatever name known which is used as a place of public religious worship or which is dedicated generally to or is used generally by persons professing any religion or belonging to any religious denomination or any section thereof for the performance of any religious service or for offering prayers therein, and includes all lands and subsidiary shrines appurtenant or attached to any such place. A privately owned place of worship which is in fact allowed by the owner thereof to be used as a place of public worship, and such land or subsidiary shrine appurtenant to such privately owned place of worship as is allowed by the owner thereof to be used as a place of public religious worship. The next question is, the Cardamom Hills are located on the borders of which state? Option A, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, Option B, Karnataka and Kerala, Option C, Kerala and Tamil Nadu, and Option D, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. The correct answer is Option C, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The Cardamom Hills or Yelamela are mountain range of southern India and part of southern Western Ghats. Located in southeast Kerala and southwest Tamil Nadu in India, their name comes from the cardamom spice grown in much of the hills' cool elevation, which also supports pepper and coffee. Let's move to the next question. Which cut motions are usually introduced in the Indian Parliament? Option A, policy cut motion, Option B, economy cut motion, Option C, token cut motion, and Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Option D, all of the above. A motion may be moved to reduce the amount of a demand in any of the following ways. The first is disapproval of policy cut motions. A disapproval of policy cut motion is moved so that the amount of demand be reduced to rupees 1. It represents the disapproval of the policy underlying the demand. A member giving notice of such a motion shall indicate in precise terms the particulars of the policy which he proposes to discuss. The discussion shall be confined to the specific points or points mentioned in the notice, and it shall be open to members to advocate an alternative policy. The next is economy cut motion. An economy cut motion is moved so that the amount of demand be reduced by a specific amount. It represents the economy that can be affected. Such a specified amount may be either a lump sum reduction in the demand or omission or reduction of an item in the demand. The notice shall indicate briefly and precisely the particular matter on which discussion is sought to be raised, and speeches shall be confined to the discussion as to how the economy can be affected. The next is token cut motion. A token cut motion is moved so that the amount of demand be reduced by rupees 100. This is to ventilate a specific grievance which is within the sphere of the responsibility of the Government of India. The discussion thereon shall be confined to the particular grievance specified in the motion. The last question is, what percentage of growth was recorded in the recently concluded livestock census in India as compared to the year 2012? Option A 2.25%, option B 3.46%, option C 4.63%, and option D 5.71%. The correct answer is option C 4.63%. 4.63% of growth was recorded in the recently concluded livestock census in India as compared to the year 2012. Thank you so much, friends. We'll continue the series in the next episode. Keep on hard working and learning.